Excuse me, miss. Hello. Excuse me. What? Did you just finish your Hello? Were you doing you were doing a exhibition or something?
Say it again.
You were doing an exhibition. You had a
Uh,
table set up.
there was a staff member from Senator Gennardis' office was here.
Oh, from what time to what time?
They're here until now. She just left.
Because I got approached but I went to use the bathroom quickly.
2 to 5. I guess she took off a little early.
Yeah, because I thought she was still gonna be here because she was sitting there. I went to use the bathroom quickly because she was talking to somebody, and when I came back, she was gone.
I guess she had to split. But she'll be here not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after.
Oh yeah.
Every other Wednesday.
Yeah. And another thing is, it's hard to find the newspaper, the Daily News and Post.
Oh, okay.
It's been
Yeah, someone's
difficult.
probably reading it.
Yeah, but for so long, for many weeks now. Yeah, when I come, I can't find it.
It's a popular paper, but if you take a walk around, you might see it sit on a table somewhere. People grab it and then they're reading it, so we can't keep track of where it goes, you know?
And you can like have a maybe a way to regulate that, maybe.
No, we don't make people come and get at the desk or anything like that. It's
Yeah, I
just
think that would be
first come,
better
first served.
because this.
That's just not how we do it at this branch. Some branches do that, but we just make it
Because
available
for
for
weeks now, I
everybody.
can't read the Daily News or the Post.
I mean, it's in the bill, then someone's reading it, but you can, if you find it, you can grab it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been for weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, take a look around. You might find it.
I mean, I can't force them to give it to me. I just know what is going on. Yeah. I just understand that all these games they have I was in the bathroom, they brought children there, they were crying. I couldn't use the bathroom. I just don't know why they love all this drama. I can't find a newspaper to read. I can't use the bathroom in peace. They told me to be leaving my stuff outside. So how you library? I don't want to be efficient. I have to leave all my stuff. Yeah, I don't want anybody stealing my stuff either. I have to leave my stuff either. For weeks now, the Daily News, I normally like to read the Daily News and the Post. It's like somebody's hiding it. I don't know if they don't just have enough copies because the love libraries have multiple copies of the same paper. And it's like they're blocking me from everything. Like it's like I don't know how they can intimidate somebody. Since only dogs are welcome now. Immigrants like me, transsexuals like me are not welcome. I saw, that there was the white woman, she was talking with another white woman, I guess she's from this office. So I said, let me go use the bathroom and come back to the next office. I saw they had the LGBT and I thought that was kind of suspicious. Why would you disappear early? As soon as I came out of the bathroom. I can't get nothing done. Being blocked everywhere. There's like an embargo being placed on me. As an African, I can't get housing. I can't get nothing done. My ID. I can't get it renewed. I can't get newspaper. So we need to investigate this as a civil rights violation. The Daily News and the Post is always vacant for weeks now. It's gone. I just don't get it. I've been coming here for weeks now. I can't get the Daily News or the New York Post. And they need to investigate this stuff because this country has gone through civil rights crisis in the past. I can't get the Daily News or the Post for weeks now. Like, they need to have a way to have people, sign up for it, And be told what time to return it back, because for weeks now, I'm a civil rights activist. My friend that regarded was killed My mother was killed there. I'm a foreigner also, and I rely on the newspaper to be able to know what is going on. I've been homeless for 15 years, and for the past weeks now, I can't get the newspaper. I'm like, can you improve this? Because I've seen in other libraries, they'll have you write your name down, and they give you a time limit to return the newspaper. So if you don't return it within the time limit, at least they can call your name on the announcer, and they need the newspaper back or whatever. Because this is not making sense. They should need to have multiple copies of the same paper. You know, I used to come to this library also when the police took my home, and every governor said he was going to help me to go to court to sue the police to get my home back. I used to come to this library, the one on Eastern Parkway, and they used to give me before I know it, they went and beat every governor to death. I recorded every governor before they killed him. So it's like, the assassination of Martin Luther King all over again in this country. And from Africa, the U.S. was sponsoring the killings of Africans that were against white supremacy, like Kwame Nkrumah. In the U.S., they killed Martin Luther King, and nothing has changed. My mother was killed here in New York also. I can't even use the bathroom. As soon as I went to the bathroom, they brought the child there. The child was just crying. So I left the bathroom. I can't find a newspaper to read. So they need to investigate the civil rights abuse going on in this country. I don't want to be killed in the library. I can't find a newspaper, and every day. Why would I want to be coming to the library every day if I can't find the latest newspaper to read? The New York Daily News and the New York Post. That's all I need. And some of the stores that used to give it to me for free, there's a guy that gives me the newspaper cheap near the Stan Library. He closes at 12. And since then, they've been sending black Americans to try to beat me up. They work for the Statue of Liberty around the Stan Library. And I call the police don't help me. I'm thinking I'm being set up because, a lot of these newspapers carry the latest information and who you can contact, other people that are experiencing the same thing. So what they're doing is to isolate you. They say in the Rikers Island prison also, they will isolate prisoners, remove them from the general population, and so they lose communication with the world. And they say when human beings are isolated, either imprisoned or put in isolation, so it affects their progress. It's hard for me to get anything done. The police took my home wrongfully to kick my mother out of a basement apartment on Staten Island. And it should have been a simple matter to resolve because there's a court order since 1990s that said when the police do that, vacate you from your basement apartment, they have the city of New York has to put you in a hotel room. And for 15 years, they refused to put me in a hotel room. And usually when I read newspapers, I sometimes encounter other people going through the same thing. And how they were able to get the solution. Maybe some senator helped them. So because of that, I'll contact the same senator and they won't help me. And it's like they don't even want me to be able to contact nobody. So I don't get, I can't find a newspaper to read. This is the Cadman Plaza, Clinton Street, Brooklyn Library. This has to be investigated. I don't like the way I'm being treated in this library. Sometimes people call me monkey and all that. I don't want to be killed just for trying to get some education. They say in the past, people have been killed for trying to go to school while black or studying, especially during slavery. They need to have enough library and newspapers for everybody. And at the Brooklyn Borough President's office across the street, he claims he cares about human rights, he cares about violence. And I've contacted him in the past. His office is across the street from me. He needs to be able to investigate it. The Brooklyn prosecutor needs to be able to investigate it. And I'm a dark-skinned Nigerian. The Brooklyn Borough President is a Spanish male, black Spanish, Reynoso. The prosecutor is Gonzalez, is also a Spanish male for Brooklyn. So please don't extinct us dark-skinned Africans from Brooklyn. My mother and father used to live here since the 1970s. They're both dead now. They're both from Nigeria. I can't get nothing done here in Brooklyn. have been expressing violence in and outside the library and everywhere. And I need them to investigate what is going on. Sometimes they bring police with extra handcuffs and they're watching me. I'm like, when did the library turn into a New York prison? You know, and off the office of the prosecutor and the borough president is across the street. You know, the federal court is across the street also. I would think the office of the Brooklyn prosecutor is across the street. I guess no answers. Why? For weeks now, I can't get the daily news to read. I'm coming to the library every day. I'm here in New York and I can't read the New York newspaper. Ain't that a shame? The latest New York newspaper in the New York library. So why are you funding a library system 7 days a week where you can't read the newspaper of New York City in this library? For weeks now. I can't get the daily news to read, can't get the post to read. And I told them what you need to do is to have people register their name and give them the newspaper, give them a time limit to read it. And if they don't return it, maybe you give them 2 hours to read it. If they don't return it, you call their name in the speaker. You know, because there should be no need for hanky-panky. So I'm going to contact the Brooklyn Borough President. I'm going to send you Instagram posts. And, you know, I know people feel Africans can be ignored like Diallo, and they can all claim, you know, if anything bad happens to me, it was an accident. No, this looks like you're purposefully covering up. And please, let's stop this racial segregation. The borough president's across the street. The office, I'm sure the prosecutor's office is across. I've been trying to reach out to all of them. They don't help me on Instagram. You know, I'm just trying to read the newspaper. For weeks, I can't find newspaper to read in the Brooklyn Library. How is that possible? You need to investigate it. What is going on? And I went to the bathroom. Somebody brought a child there, and the child was just crying in the bathroom. You know, how is that possible? I can't read New York City newspaper for weeks in New York Library. How many? You know, I'm not trying to read newspaper from India. I'm not trying to read newspaper from England. I'm trying to read New York City newspaper in New York Library, Brooklyn Library, and I can't find it to read. It's been weeks now. You know, do I need to book an appointment to read the newspaper? So they need to investigate it. Why are they giving these people tax funds if there's a whole lot of hanky-panky going on? If a dark-skinned Nigerian transsexual like me, I don't matter. You know, there's another one I used to go to in East Parkway. The police, they used to bother me. Say I shouldn't wear mask into the library. You know, as a dark-skinned girl, it's almost like this. Say I look scary with a mask on. I'm like, no, I wear mask to protect myself. I'm a transgender. You know, I protect myself from COVID and stuff. So this has to be investigated.